Welcome back. People who suffer from chronic lower backaches and pains may benefit from yoga. A new research from London is based on about 300 patients, all who suffered from lower back pain and were getting the standard care like painkillers and basic stretches. Half also went through a 3-month yoga program designed specifically for lower back problems. Those in the yoga group had significantly fewer problems walking and standing for long periods of time, even 9 months after the class had finished. Well, if you think yoga is a wimpy workout, then think again. The health benefits associated with yoga, as you just heard, include improved flexibility, more strength, better concentration, improved posture, and it will even help you breathe better. Kat McGee, yoga instructor at For Your Inner Peace Yoga, the newest yoga studio here in town, is here to explain and demonstrate some basic yoga moves for us. Kat, how are you?
I'm so good, Alex. How are you?
We've just heard about some of the benefits of yoga, and I think people well, I should ask, do you think that people are under the misconception that it's all just stretching, that yoga just really stretches and you don't really get a good workout?
Absolutely, I do, because I see that a lot in my classes, and you have guys who come in and they're like, yoga, you're just breathing, you're stretching, but really it can be a very intense workout. There are various styles of yoga, so for people who are looking for a more intense workout, you can find those styles, as well as restorative, which is more geared towards the stretching and gentle kind of postures that aren't as intense.
Okay, that maybe are suitable for older people, maybe, right?
Sure.
Or no? Or is everyone different,
really
right?
anyone.
Okay.
You know, everybody's different, and it's changing every day.
Okay, so will I get, because a lot of people want to stay lean, but they also want to lose body fat and inches here and there. Will yoga help us with that as well?
Actually, it will. With any physical activity, you're burning calories. We're even burning calories at night when we're sleeping. So obviously, if you're adding some physical activity into your routine, you're going to burn some calories, and that goes without saying. Yoga is not going to burn as many calories as walking for an hour, maybe 150 calories an hour for a 150-pound person, whereas you'll burn over 300 walking for an hour, jogging, a mild jog. But what yoga does is reduces the levels of cortisol in the system. And so cortisol is the stress hormone, and when we're under stress consistently, it creates basically the fight or flight response in our system. And so in our Western culture, that's pretty much where we're all living all the time. So the yogic practices, not only the postures or asanas, but the breathing techniques help put us in a relaxation response, which balances cortisol. So people with higher levels of cortisol tend to they're at higher risk for heart attack, for stroke, but more importantly than that, they retain more fat in this area. And so they tend to eat more and eat more carbs and things like that. And in addition to that, as far as weight loss and the calorie burning, lowering cortisol levels and reducing fat in that way, yoga is a very balanced way to it changes your habits without forcing you to. So we're like, I'm gonna quit smoking, I'm gonna quit eating sugar. And when we put that pressure on ourselves, the reality is we fail. Every time we're gonna go back. But the nature of yoga is that you're compassionate with yourself, you're listening to your body, you're raising the awareness, and so you naturally start to choose healthier habits.
Well, it is for beginners, obviously, and I think that some people think, if I've never done yoga, it's probably going to be too difficult to start. So you've got some beginner movements, and you're a teacher over at this new yoga studio, which is perfect, because that's all you do there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, For Your Inner Peace, it's called?
For Your Inner Peace.
Okay, perfect. It's called For Your Inner Peace. Where is it located?
Copper and Maple. So it's right at that intersection. If you take Maple straight over, you're going to dead end. There's the right end on the corner, and it's right behind there. And you have different levels of yoga throughout the day? Yes. We absolutely do. We have gentle and restorative classes, vinyasa flow type classes, slow flow classes, strong flow core classes, so pretty much everything you would want.
Okay, so we're going to kick off our shoes right now, and you are going to give us a little demonstration.
I am. I'm going to teach you how to do a sun salutation.
Oh, okay. That's
which is pretty basic. So
let's kick off our shoes.
I love that you're always up for anything,
Alex. I am always up for anything. Okay, here we go, especially if it means taking off 5 shields. Okay, all right. So this is what you would learn at your basic yoga class.
Yes, and actually most styles of yoga are going to incorporate sun salutations throughout. There are some that don't utilize the sun salutation, but this is a great basic routine or vinyasa sequencing that anyone can do.
Okay.
And there's so much information these days online that if you have any questions whatsoever, you could always find that on your own. But ultimately, to go to a studio where there are certified teachers and practice with someone who understands anatomy, physiology, obviously in the beginning stages it's important to do that because you don't want to injure yourself.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to tweak a muscle. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so you want to stand with your feet hips width apart.
Okay.
Okay, and make sure the outsides of your feet are parallel.
Okay.
Root down through the feet. So all four corners of the feet are connected.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
And then you want to draw up on the muscles of the thighs.
Okay.
And what that does is creates a slight tilt in the pelvis. So you don't want to tilt the pelvis too far forward.
Okay.
Just draw the tailbone back slightly.
Got it.
Okay?
Okay.
And then shoulder blades come down the back, and you can just let your hands relax beside you. This is called mountain pose or Tadasana, okay?
Oh, okay.
So what people don't realize, it feels like you're not doing much in this pose, but just activating your core, drawing up on the thigh muscles and creating this proper alignment from the crown of your head through the tailbone in and of itself is activating those deeper layers of musculature, okay?
Oh, wow.
So we want to start an inhale, raise your arms. Bring your hands together in prayer, draw the hands to the heart. Hinge from your hips, so you don't want to round through the back, but with a flat back, you'll fold all the way down. You can take a bend in your knees if you have low back issues or tight hamstrings. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and then let the head go completely.
Okay. Okay.
I love
so
that you're up for anything, Alex. Do you remember when we were in those rubber balls?
Oh, I do remember. Kat, we've had some good times. I know. This
okay.
gotta hurt. Okay.
Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, flat back.
Okay.
Exhale, fold down. And then inhale, step back to a high plank position.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, now here you want to lower your butt, but not sink in the hips.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay? And then drop your knees down for a gentler version and draw your elbows in and lower all the way down. Okay? Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Okay. Keep the elbows close to the ribs. This is cobra pose. Exhale, push yourself back, curl the toes. Downward facing dog, drop the head.
Oh, I've heard of this. Oh, this feels so good.
I'm so glad you were game to do this today. So you can keep a bend in your knees if your hamstrings are tight. Otherwise, press through the heels. The heels do not have to touch.
Okay.
5 breaths here would be typical.
Okay.
And then you're going to inhale, look at your hands, and step to the top. Okay, step forward. There you go. Okay. Exhale, fold down, drop the head, and then inhale, rise up, and the arms come over the head.
That feels so good. That feels so good.
And exhale, hands to the heart. So, and obviously there are breathing techniques. The reality is that some people are not in a physical condition. Perhaps they have fibromyalgia or cancer, things like this that they're dealing with. Just the yogic breathing is enough to bring some relief.
Yeah, it is, and it feels really, really good. It feels good on the back. So, okay. I know that you kind of want people to call right now in order to give them what?
I love you. Okay, so we actually, because we just opened today, we did our first class at 6:30 this morning, and what we want to do is offer to the first 25 callers a series of 5 classes.
Got it.
Normally that would be $75, but we're going to do it for the CVT callers for $30. $30. So
Sign me
it's
up.
more than half savings. So call right now, and the number is on the screen?
Yeah, I think so. So go ahead and tell the number. There it is.
Perfect. Yes. Call for your inner peace yoga.
474-0555.
There you go.
Okay.
And say you saw it on Central Valley today, and you'll get this
5 whole
great
classes
deal.
for $30. Sign me up. Kat, thank you so much.
Thank you. You
job.
did such a great job.
I feel good. Okay. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.